What up, to? I made a last minute decision to switch the angle on the camera because I had it actually over here where I'm standing right now on this side. And I just did, yeah, just where the record lines up here, I just didn't like that. So it's more of a familiar one, I guess. James is gonna feel good about it, so I'm gonna feel good about it. Ow! I don't know how much white I really have left, but I'm gonna see if I can feel good about doing what I want to do with this. In my head, I have the idea of putting down what colors I have left on the white base from the new mix and trying to create a swipe from that. You know, this is going to be kind of. I did make a point of trying to mix up the colors a little bit before, coming out here. Whatever's not even done from this is going to go into doing a totally different idea later. It's going to become a big old pour together, but I know some of these colors I still have a lot of, or at least enough of, where I could try to do a little something with them. And I don't know. We'll see what happens. Some I'm gonna have more of them than others, and like I say, I'm gonna just put them in here and see what I can get to swipe out of it. Really, more than anything. It's kind of wasting paint, but it's what we do. People say. I haven't actually painted in a month. I mixed up these colors right at the end of June, I think it was. Or no, excuse me, end of July. I mixed up these colors end of July. And I painted with them a couple times. I haven't even posted those paintings yet. It is September 1st, by the way, for anyone keeping score. Where is he in the year? Yeah, so September 1st, officially today. Happy Labor Day. Guess I'm going back to work here, because I hadn't posted those paintings from the end of July. I said it again. Haven't posted those paintings from in July, and I think that's kind of a metallic color. It's like, quit fighting with it, Derek. But I hadn't posted those paintings from the end of July, and I wanted to get at least some of those up. Where they could be looked at with this whole collection here. But I had a visitor, my muse was in. And it's actually kind of why I'm doing a little bit of this here, now with some of these, is just to use the paints, of course, because like I said, they hadn't been used before. Also, I'm showing off my nails. I know it's kind of weird to say, but, like I mentioned a couple times here, I hadn't been painting. So I ended up growing nails, which is kind of a big deal for me because I'm a really big nail biter. I have been my entire life. And, one could argue that that's just the anxious mind at work in telling me that, hey, I should eat my fingers instead of, whatever else I would do with them. It's just the anxious mind, kind of going crazy with that. Saying to do that. So I mentioned, I really had gotten into that whole play of not necessarily doing much. I've got to work quickly if I'm going to catch this too, because it's coming. And I don't know if I even have a lot of this white paint left. Like, I gotta mix everything up. I'll tell y'all what, I gotta do some mixing. Your boy's gonna be on a buddy. Your boy needs to be mixing some paints. Seriously, yo. But enough about me. Let's do some of that. I gotta try to get to that center loop too. I don't know if I'm even ready to see what happens when I do these two things, because I think I'm gonna blow it up. Then I'm gonna blow it up, just because I'm sure I have some surgery to do on this here too. Some stats. I'll be going surgical tweezers. Surgical spot. There it is. Where'd it go? I got so many things in my head, but I'm just like, yeah, I can do this. Let's see here. There you go. Y'all didn't see that. Yeah, y'all didn't see that. And yeah. If you come to daddy. They will probably spin that right on. Good. Like, what am I doing? You know? It actually looks good. It's very well, kept together and everything. I like the lines on it. I just kind of come across the bottom of her. I don't have enough paint on my nails. Boo me. So I have like two options here. One is that I try to flip cup the rest of the paint that I have. The second is that I try to make some little stick outs. I don't think I have enough paint on there for stick outs. When I say stick outs, I mean like, I don't know if you guys have seen where I've done the eggs or done the, figures, stick outs. If I have a lot of paint down here when I'm painting, then I'll grab these little guys. So, but I don't know if I really even have enough paint for covering one of these. This is dry paint over here. I think I can just tell from the amount of paint that I have on top that I really don't have a lot of paint, down there. So I'm gonna wait on doing a stick out. or whatever I'll call those things. I don't know what I'll call 'em. The same person who said that they really liked my hands and kind of prevented me from doing a lot of painting where I grew nails. Also ended up taking a lot of my little things and it's actually kind of cool. Like she does this thing where she will go to stores or restaurants and show little mantra cards. Be a good human, whatever type of saying on there. But people will give her the mantra cards, or excuse me, she'll give out the mantra cards to people, and it's just one of those little shining light through darkness type of things, like I talk about. Oh man, as I'm looking there over there, it's like some really bad pictures, but there's also some pictures of her on there. But yeah, so she gives out the cards, and it's like hey, mantras. Well, I had little cutout things, that I've been, when I do them, it's like I said, it's extra paint, and I just put them on, and I did resin, some of them that I did, because it looked halfway decent. I had some extra resin when I was doing the vinyls. And there was just enough room on the back where she could put, one of those little mantra type sayings, be a good human. I don't think, so did we write be a good human on any of them? I'm not sure. Smile, that type of stuff. Yeah. I think we did do smile. So yeah, if you were someone in the Jacksonville area, may or may not have received one of these, and if you have not already, then just be on the lookout. And I know I've made them for people and given them out before as little freebies whenever they've done orders. When they've bought stuff. I like doing it, that and the jewelry also. I've used some of the extra paint to make jewelry. I like doing little things, it's just, I guess it all just comes back to the other day, light, finding a way to shine some light in all this darkness that we have going on, so, yeah, with that all to be said, like I said, if you do find one of those, be out on the lookout for them. I may or may not try to get some more paint on my fingernails because I don't think I really have enough. I think I have a little splotch on that finger. See, you can kind of see it. It's kind of glowy. Yeah, like one little splotch of paint. Okay, I got more nail than I have paint here. So, and I'm actually thinking about doing, like, speaking of paint, like a paint test once I'm done with all these paints. Which might mean taking another painting break, but we'll see. I have some other projects that I'm working on. But yeah, there's a few things going on here in the world, so be on the lookout. We're going back to work now, and just know that we are all out here trying to make sure that light breaks through the darkness. September, so you're gonna get a little bit more darkness coming outside here soon enough, but just keep remembering, light breaks through every time. And until next time, deuces.